No.
You failed.
I failed.
You failed us.
I failed. That's
I
right.
gave Mike 3 seconds to come up with a bit, and he
I
choked.
panicked.
He choked.
I just couldn't think of anything. I was scared. I was nervous.
I know, man.
I peed a little bit.
Yeah, you get nervous under pressure. I've noticed. I've noticed in the performance anxiety aspect of things as well.
There is a puddle underneath me.
Yeah, he's a nervous peer. Okay, cool. Welcome everybody. My name is Jordan, and I have a bad headache because we did a little drinking last night, and by that I mean a lot of drinking, and more than just last night. It was an all-day event.
My name is Mike. And as you just figured out, I have performance anxiety.
Oh God! Oh my God! Which topic do we talk about with this,
dude? I actually think I actually do have like some type of performance anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so many things that I've like done in the past where like I'll do really good.
Mm-hmm.
Up until the end, and then it's the end is where like I start to panic, and like I think I get like so nervous or something where I'm thinking of like games specifically.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Like for some reason, like for the entire like the majority of the thing, like I'm doing solid.
Yeah.
But it's not till the end where I know it's about to end soon is where I freeze up or I tense up, like I can't seal the deal, and it's I don't know, it's weird, man. This isn't the first time that it's happened to me. Where I'm like,
I didn't mean to bring that up, man.
It brings us to trauma.
The deep dive into Mike's trauma again.
I don't know. Would you say you have like some type of anxiety, like performance anxiety or something like that?
Yeah, with sex. That shit. Sometimes my dick just does not work.
All right.
That's more of what I was going with. Performance anxiety. That's where my mind goes.
Oh,
performance,
no.
Like performing, you know.
Oh,
I was like making a joke about your dick not working.
Oh,
but
I
didn't mean to deep dive into.
I was getting into some real shit.
I know. What I do usually is like I pretend everything I do is like a Survivor challenge. It's like, I'm going for the final immunity, and I'm like, and I'm at work, and I'm like grabbing a bunch of boxes that I'm like stacking them on top of each other. I got like 12 of them stacked up, and then when I drop, I pretend like that's it. Like I'm voted off this night. Like I have to act like every moment is where I'm fighting for my life to stay in Survivor, because my brother and I got really into Survivor these past couple months, and now I'm like obsessed with it, and so. It's easy. It makes me feel like every little thing I do, like at work, I'm pretending this is the immunity challenge. Jeff's yelling. He's like, Jordan wins final immunity, and I'm like, let's go. And like I'm safe from the vote. I'm good. I'm gonna win this shit.
I do something similar, but for like nothing tests, like just like walking or like
Wait, you do for what tests?
Or just medial tasks.
Oh, medial tasks.
Yeah, like
okay.
I like to imagine, for example, when I have to like go to the bathroom. I'm at work, and like the bathroom, from where I am, is kind of like across the building.
Yeah.
So I have to like walk there, and it's just me walking to take a shit, right? But I always like to imagine, like, if one of my like I wouldn't say it's like it's in my top movies. Like Casino Royale, it's like a James Bond movie,
Yeah.
And there's that one scene where he gets someone poisoned his martini or whatever, and like so he's poisoned and he needs to take the antidote, but the antidote is in his car. So there's this whole entire scene of where he's poisoned and he's like woozily walking to his car and he's like dodging traffic and like there's crowds of people that he's trying to get to like just so he can like cure himself of poison. And I don't know, that scene has always like stuck with me since a kid. So fast forward to like when I need to take a shit at work, I'm like, oh, I need to get to the bathroom, and I just imagine like if I don't make it in time, I'll die.
Yeah, you're still walking all crazy. Yeah. People are like looking at you like, what the hell is this kid? What's up with him?
I'm just, I gotta take a shit.
You're waddling. I need to survive, please.
I do that all the time. I don't know. I just like it's something to entertain me, or like going to work. Or like just driving to work in general. Like work starts for me in 10 minutes. I gotta get there before
before the bomb explodes.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
so
a bomb in my car, and if I don't make it in this time,
so
it's
I'm
over.
flooring it. I'm like,
okay, I get you. Yeah, make little games sort of things.
yeah, just to entertain myself, or
and just to keep the mind working while you're working. I get that. I used to do stuff like that. I guess I don't really do that anymore because I used to maybe it was like an OCD thing, honestly, because I would make sure when I was walking on the sidewalk and there's the squares, I'd be like, okay, I can't step more than one step in these boxes, and I was just walking and I'm just coming up with these fucking stupid things because I was like, all right, I gotta take one step, and I'm taking big ass steps, and people are looking at me what the hell's wrong with this kid? I'm jumping. I'm an adult.
I think it has to do something with your level of imagination.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think when you get older, that imagination kind of just dies out. But I don't know. For me,
yeah, when you just start to look at it, am I dumb? Is this normal? Am I a freak? But it's when you're a kid, you're yeah, don't step on the squares. You gotta step on the square. But yeah, and then you're playing your little poop bomb, poop explode, poop poison games.
Now I'm just thinking about all the things I used to do as a kid. In elementary school, in during recess or whatever.
Yeah, you weren't playing Harry Potter with me.
I was about to say I was a lonely kid at first. I'll admit it. And moving to a new school or a new place and going to a new school, you don't exactly have friends right away. So
especially when the people you thought you were friends won't let you play with them.
Yeah, you want to go inside, Tangent? You want to talk about that real quick? How you?
Tell us from your point of view. It's probably better that way.
Because
for me, I didn't realize this happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, I'm sorry. We're just out of characters. What do you want me to do?
Fuck you.
Create someone?
You started. All right. So, elementary school, 3rd grade. Imagine you're a young kid. You move to a new home, and you go to a new school, and you make some friends, but you're you're not that close yet, or whatever.
Yeah, man. You just sat at my table, bro. I didn't know you like that.
It's recess, and I'm all right, it's time to play with my friends. And I see Jordan. He's with 2 other people. And I'm oh, they're playing something. And I walk up to them. Hey, guys, what are you doing? And you want to respond?
Yeah, we're playing Harry Potter, but sorry, we're out of characters.
I'm wait, what? And then you listed off. You're yeah, I'm Harry. he's Ron. And she's Hermione. Sorry, we're out of characters. I apparently in the Harry Potter universe, there's only 3 characters. That's it.
3 playable characters.
3 playable characters, and
dude, we had the core 3, man. Sorry.
Yeah, you had the core 3.
Sorry, bro.
Hell, man, I would have been Neville. I just wanted in. It was so depressing because I'm oh, okay, and then you guys just kind of walked away. I'm oh.
So fucked up.
I just wanted to play Harry Potter.
Dude, we just ran around with sticks, and we would just yell spells that we remembered.
It's funny though, because I used to do that before I met you guys. I think every kid at one point did. Or before I moved, I used to live in an apartment.
Yeah.
And I used to play Harry Potter then too, and I would just run around because
I had this was personal.
I had this sick Adidas track jacket or whatever, and it was black but with red stripes. So I was it was a Gryffindor jacket, and I pretend I was in the Wizard Cup and stuff.
Running around on a broomstick.
And I just so that was in 2nd grade. So 3rd grade, and I saw you guys playing Harry Potter. I'm I do this all the time.
Oh my god, this is my shit. What's up, guys?
And I got turned down.
No, get away from us, freak.
It was depressing. And so you know what I did? Literally that same day, I remember this perfectly. And this ties back to doing dumb stuff, but then having imagining you doing something else. Right?
Okay, yeah.
I used to. This is gonna sound so sad.
Oh god,
a lonely boy. I used to kick rocks around the grounds. And so
Wait, at recess?
At recess, yeah.
Oh,
Before, like I said, this was like at the beginning of third grade.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really know anyone.
Yeah.
I became popular later
Dude,
on,
you
I
became
promise.
the coolest one. I ran that school. I ran that grade, and then you come along with your fucking drawings.
Fuck yeah! I was the young hip artist.
Yeah, you were like the mysterious new kid who always just sketches.
Yeah, this is my drawings.
Yeah, it's like you're walking through the hall. And so, fuck you, nerd! It's drop all. It's like,
my books.
Yeah. Oh my god, what is this? These are really good.
The book just completely flips to like one of my sketches. I'm like, it's nothing.
It's like, wow, did you draw this?
It's just one of my doodles.
Wow, this is really good. You're really talented. It's like, just leave me alone.
We're in third grade, by the way.
You pick it up and you run away. It's like, just leave. Fuck off.
Well, I used to kick rocks at recess. I'd imagine I would find like a bigger. Hey, hear me out. I used to find a big rock. All right, like a bigger rock, and like I'm a big fan of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I would find a big rock and I would pretend that was the Millennium Falcon. And I would kick it around, and obviously there would be a bunch of other rocks. So I would imagine the Millennium Falcon was driving through an asteroid field. So the whole point of the game that I played by myself, because I was a loser kid at the time, was to kick a big rock around a bunch of smaller rocks and not kick the big rock into the rocks, otherwise they crash into asteroids or whatever.
Oh
and that was the game. I would just it would be like a ship driving through rocks.
Jesus.
And that's what you did to me, motherfucker.
Man.
You turned me down for Harry Potter, so I kick rocks.
Don't worry, man. I made it up to you by always knocking on your door and inviting myself over to your house.
it was a good time. Oh man, that was perfect though. The way like our houses were.
Dude, I know, and we didn't even know that because we just started walking home together, and then
exactly.
Then I was like, "Wait, you live right there, dude? I live right there," and we lived across the street, which is super sick. But dude, like, at least you didn't have to kick rocks for too long.
No.
It was
like this was like probably like just the first week.
First week maybe, yeah. And then you started hanging out with like me and my boys, and then.
Do you remember my my Deal or No Deals? My Deal or No Deal games?
Wait. No, but I do remember the People's Court at lunchtime.
we could get to that in a bit.
Wait, what was the Deal or No Deal?
So, I don't know. Okay, there was like that wall of like the bunch of like spinning games or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff. And one of them was just like get the marble in the hole or some shit.
Oh.
And so I don't know why I called it Deal or No Deal.
No, I don't know either. That doesn't make any sense.
But I think
I do remember this vaguely though.
But I remember just like I would always have like a different contestant. And I would just like see if they were a winner or not. That was pretty much it. I made them like spin the wheel, and it was even Deal or No Deal. I don't know why I called it, but I called it Deal or No Deal. And like if they didn't get in the hole, I called them a loser. I'm like, sorry, you don't win any money.
Deal.
Yeah, and then that was it. But it was weirdly popular. I was like, all right, yeah sure.
Dude. It's because you just had all these little bits in elementary school. You were like the king of just like TV references.
Yeah. And then we could do the People's Court.
People's Court. That was my favorite. Dude, people would gather around to watch that every episode, every day.
The funniest shit. So, for those who didn't go to elementary school, we would, so obviously, like, you get hot lunch. You know, I was a poor kid, so I couldn't afford cold lunch from my... So I would have to do the chump change of going to get hot lunch from elementary school.
Hot lunch.
And, so every day I would put on a show. It's just pretty much playing with my food.
Literally.
But I called it the People's Court because it was supposed to be a courthouse. And every day it would just be like a new episode of like a different case. But like I always had recurring characters.
The chicken nuggets.
The chicken nuggets were Mario and Luigi. The chocolate, my chocolate carton was Judge Chocolate. So like he was the mainstay because he was always the judge. I had my spork. Chocolate? Remember my Spork was always he was the murderer.
You folded down the two middle.
Yeah, because he had fangs. And he was like the murderer.
And he was always guilty.
Yeah, he was always the one. And it was just I don't know. It was so fun to me just playing with my food, and everyone liked it. That's
you were like putting on a show. We were all engaged in these characters.
They're like, "What's gonna happen next?"
What's gonna happen next? And you never knew. You always just wait.
No. I just be, and the lights turn off, and all the lights turn off, and you hear a scream or something like that, and then you would find like Judge Chocolate like laying on the ground because he got stabbed in the back or something. I feel like the judge. It was so fun. I don't know why. I just loved that shit.
Elementary school was so dope. It was so dope.
I felt like I was on. I think I peaked.
we both peaked in elementary school, like for sure.
At elementary school. Oh my God.
But those are the best days of my life. I always look. And then we started playing zombie tag.
Oh,
dude, our grade literally just was the grade, man. We were the kings. Like every year, we were the ones.
Yeah, dude,
running shit.
It was so fun. I'm glad
we had all the babes. Dude.
Yeah.
And then we had the guy table and the girl table, and we used like that teacher to like talk to each other. Yeah. Be like, that.
She loved me. I don't know why. Because remember
the one with like the makeup.
She was like the lunch. She was also like an office lady, but like she also like monitored like during the lunch thing.
Yeah.
Because I would always like do this, and I would like make a big noise at her for some reason, and
what?
Yeah, and I swear to God, this actually happened. Like I would hold my nose up so like it would look like a pig, and I go. And she thought that was so funny, and I do it to her every day.
And then she's like, after like the second time, she's just giving you pity laughs. So she's like, "This kid's funny."
I know that's probably like, honestly that's probably what it was.
Kid's special. She's like, that's really funny, guy. You just like, she's like, dude, she loves it. I'm gonna keep doing it every day. And she's like, oh God, here he fucking comes again. I get it. Oh, big thing.
Just get it over with, kid.
Just do the big thing, you little freak. You're like, haha. You're like, yes, let's go. It works every time.
I can't wait till you get to middle school, motherfucker. You're gonna get bullied so hard. She's just
good luck in the real world, bitch.
You're never gonna make
little freak pig boy.
You won't last a day in high school.
And look at us now. We're podcasters.
Yeah, we're podcasters, famous YouTubers.
Famous YouTuber podcasters. She was wrong about you. But dude, that's really funny. Like people would send her between tables, and then like another teacher got involved, and she was like, you can't do that. like even sometimes like we even say swears. She would like send swears to each other. How did that teacher not get fired? We were in elementary school.
Cool.
She was cool. She was our favorite. Was her name like Mrs. Funky or some shit?
Something like that. I sadly I can't remember though.
Miss Funky.
What else did I do when I peaked in
you and Edson would chug your milk cartons.
Oh yeah, our little chug race.
Yeah.
Because you know in elementary school you have your little snack time, and they bring you all like a carton of milk. Mm-hmm. And so apparently it was a high risk sport.
Yeah, dude. The crowds would gather.
Yeah, every day.
Like, Michael Edson are going crazy.
It's like, who's going to win today?
Who's going to win today? Dude, you always kick his ass.
Oh, dude.
You stomp him.
Chocolate milk. Oh,
dude.
And then
you put that man in his place. You humbled that man real fast.
Well, and then I also, I remember I almost had to retire because I went through my lactose intolerant phase, where I couldn't drink milk anymore, and I had to switch to orange juice or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there was a point where I thought I was lactose intolerant, or my parents thought I was.
Wait, so they just gave you a carton of orange juice instead?
Yeah.
I wish I could have got orange juice.
They only gave it to, like, it was like the special reserves or whatever, and they only gave it to, like, the kids.
Little pig boy.
Yeah, here you go, piggy. Here's your orange juice, you suck.
Drink up, you fucking pig boy.
But that only lasted, like, it didn't even last the entire year. Like, it lasted half a year, and then it turns out, like, I was just, I don't know, just drank too much milk or something.
Chugging it too fast.
Yeah.
Almost put you in an early retirement.
Yeah, that's why I almost lost my sport career.
It's like, would have went pro if it weren't for my weak belly. It's like, you're in the doctor's office, like, we got bad news, Michael Hornberg. You're not going to be able to chug milk anymore.
Just kill me, Doc. Just kill me.
I'm sorry.
I can't live.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to. You're going to have to retire.
What am I going to tell my family?
We can tell them for you.
No.
We can bring them in here.
No.
Mrs. Hornberg, can you please step in here?
My mom walks in. I don't have a wife yet. I'm in 3rd grade.
Mrs. Hornberg, I have bad news about your husband's last son. Yeah, he is getting forced into a retirement. He can no longer participate in the milk chug.
No,
the lunchtime or the snack time milk chug. Edson is our new champion. You know, it's like a story that you have to because you can't beat him, so you have to train someone else to beat him. Yeah. You're like, kid.
My voice just instantly becomes raspy. I picked up smoking. I'm like, yeah. I used to be a bright-starred rookie like you.
I used to be the best around here. You need to fuck. Yeah, you become like a drunk. You drink yourself after you get kicked out. Like at the bars, like, you the fuck I used to be.
I can't drink chocolate anymore, chocolate milk anymore. So like, I'm drinking whiskey.
The new brown didn't wash it down. Can't have my chocolate milk, so I gotta have a new alternative.
The
same. Yeah. Just doesn't taste the same, but it goes down just as easy.
Michael, you got a problem. Like, shut up! And I toss a bottle at the wall. The glass shatters.
Hey, you gotta get the fuck out of here. It's like,
do you know who I fucking am?
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I was?
I was the best.
I was the best. It's like, yeah, well, now you're just fucking up my business. I'll get the fuck out of here.
I don't even know your name anymore.
You've changed, man. Get the fuck out of here. You gotta get yourself some fucking help, man.
Kick me out in the pouring rain.
Yeah, literally just cuts you getting thrown. You fly through the air into the dirt. Fuck you! I don't need this shitty place anyways. Like, so walking down the street, someone's just like, I pull up in like a Benz. I'm like, get in. Get in. I'm like, man, you gotta clean yourself up. You can't beat him, but
what the fuck do you know, man? You don't know what it's like.
You don't know me. Fuck you. Let me out of here. No, dude, we're gonna get you some fucking help.
I like to imagine we're still third graders, so like you're like your mom is driving you. You're not even the one driving. We're just in the back seat talking.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like, Mom, can you turn right up here? Like, Mom, can you turn the radio down? Actually, can you turn the radio up? I like this song. Like,
is this Blake?
Yeah, we have our seatbelts on, so I'm like leaning up as far as I can go. It like blocks, like there's a little lock thing on me. I'm like, hey, Mom. Oh, Mom. Mom, can you turn this up, please? Bobby?
You drop me off at my house, and you're like, get out of here. Go take a shower or something. I'm like, I don't need you. Thanks for the ride, Mrs. Rowan.
Anytime, Michael. Pleasure to see you again. Always a pleasure.
Tell your family I said hi.
You go back to me. Fuck you. You don't know me.
I never want to see you again.
I'm like, thanks for giving him a ride, Mom. Fuck you. You need fucking help, man. You're fucked up.
I go like I'm about to slam the door, but I don't because I don't want to.
You get all pissed off, and they like slowly close it. Bye, Miss Rowan. You wave.
Just say.
You turn around. You just walk back up the driveway.
This all happened, by the way.
Yeah, this wasn't a bit. This is actually real.
When I found out that I was lactose intolerant, it really hit me hard. I'm better now.
It was a downward spiral.
I'm better now. I can drink chocolate milk like a champion again.
He's back in the running. We'll have the rematch. Chug against Edson. We'll get that on the channel. We'll call him up. Hey.
It's literally going to be like just a 2-minute video.
No, it'll be 2 seconds. You guys chugged those things so fast when you were in 3rd grade. Imagine a grown man. That's like one sip.
It's going to be like a minute and 45 seconds of just introductions, and then be like, all right,
and you go to the red corner. I'm just there. I got like a suit on. I got like a microphone hanging from the sky. I'm like the announcer.
We gotta hire someone to like hold up the sign like round 1.
Ooh.
But that's the only round because there's only one round.
Get Noah in a bikini. Get the little round 1 girl. No, but man, I remember that was like a daily like event. People were hyped about that. People would be like, "Oh shit, here they are again." And I remember like one of you guys was gone that day. Dude, that was actually really sad. If like one of you guys was gone. Everybody like, well, I guess we're just.
What do we do? We just enjoy this milk.
I think there was some other like weird kid who tried to.
No, there was always
steal it.
Yeah, there was always someone who tried to like get in, but it just like.
Yeah, it was always like a weird kid who always tried to like hop in on all your things.
Right.
Because they'd always try to hop in like the lunchtime like people's court, the recess time like games. They'd always try to like hop in on stuff and be like, dude. No, this isn't yours. Stop. Fuck off.
I don't even know your name.
Yeah, then we turn him away. Then he's at the bar. It's just the whole thing over again, but it's with him.
You don't know who I am.
Yeah, fuck I am.
I'm just so nobody.
You'll never know who I am. You'll never see this face in this town again.
There was also like, my tree where I spit my game, because I would always take the one girl that I was talking to, and I would just like take her to the tree and like.
Oh,
I remember,
my god! Dude, you really were that mysterious guy.
Yeah, dude.
You really loved that character. That character
yeah,
type.
Man. I
loved that,
dude. I 100%. I took our pencils and I scratched her name or like our initials of the heart on the tree.
Oh my god!
I did that.
Yeah, you always went for those like mysterious like cliche things. You're just like. Like you guys are laying on the playground, like look at the sky. It's like, it's playing like a little like wouldn't want to be anybody else.
Dead ass. We would sit under that tree and like have the shade, and we just like sit together and like
what do you want to do when you do life, man? Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like leave this town behind. I was like the jock. I was like the job character.
Yeah, you were the party boy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like, I'd always like. Fucking dude, I was such a bastard. Like you'd always be sitting there with like whoever your girl was, and I'd just run up and I would just say some fuck shit and just like ruin the mood. Like it'd be like if fucking you were chilling there and it was like a romance movie, and then fucking Ryan Reynolds breaks in and starts saying some stupid shit. That was me. I would always just show up like unwanted and like piss the girl off, or like if you guys were like. Because like holding hands on the swings, and like I would always like go, I just run under your legs and like run in between you, like grab your legs and fuck with you, and dude, oh my, I was such a bastard. I was just always just running around, just causing mayhem wherever I went.
Oh man, I like like looking back at it, I didn't realize how much of like I really did give into like that
shy like anime character.
Yeah, the soft boy.
Yeah.
The soft boy who's quiet and loves art. And
yeah, your third grade girlfriend breaks up with you. Like, this is it, man. Yeah. This is it.
Oh,
I'll never love again.
Anyways,
and I'm like, man, it's fine.
I gotta get to gym class.
And the bell rings and it's like, everybody line up. You're like, what the fuck's the point? The fuck's the point of any of this?
The worst part was like because we had to get in line in alphabetical order.
Oh, you just stand next to her?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when like the thing was like you couldn't like when you were like gonna make a girl your girlfriend, you couldn't ask her yourself. You had to send like a message.
Yeah, you have
like,
the wingman.
You're like, hey Jordan, could you go ask her if she wants to be my girlfriend? It's like what? Okay.
And it was vice versa too. They had to send their friend over.
To say yes or no.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes they'd say yes, or sometimes be like, let me think about it. Yeah. And then you're like, that means no. And then like I remember our friend, he went through every girl in our grade. He asked every single girl if they wanted to be his girlfriend, and like they kept saying no until like this really weird girl said sure, and he was like, dude, go break up with her for me. I can't do it. And like it's weird though, because it's like when you can't even talk to each other to do that, what do you do? Like after she comes back and says yes, you're like, all right, I'm in. You just walk over to her. Like I don't remember what happens. I don't know if I ever did that.
No, because it was weird, man. It was like obviously we were in elementary school. Like reminder, we're in third grade or like third, fourth, fifth grade.
Yeah.
It just like was a thing where like, okay, yeah, we're dating, but it was just kind of like business as usual. Like I'm still gonna hang out with
my friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna still hang out with my friends, and
I can hug you.
Yeah. We have a dedicated like 5 minutes during recess to like do something together.
Or like then the two groups merged.
Oh yeah,
that was serious business. That was serious. I remember there was one of my I guess girlfriends in elementary school. She actually would come over to my house. Like we'd actually hang out and stuff.
Okay,
and, like, that was like next level shit. And like, yeah, got my. No, we're not gonna talk about that. That's a little personal, but
we peaked.
We definitely peaked. You dated like the hottest girl in our grade.
Yeah,
still thinking about her, man.
What could have been?
Yeah, your soft boy attitude. You're like, now she's engaged. And I'm like, I can't handle it.
That ass. This might sound sad, but then again, everything else I said has probably been sad already. So I've got nothing to lose. But I remember as a kid saying that I was going to marry her.
Oh yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah,
Or like, I said that about mine too.
Yeah, I was like,
all of mine. Really, I'm like, yeah, she's gonna be my wife.
But yeah, I was like,
and I had like 4 that I actually like hung out with outside of school, and like it does need a hug time, or they have people would circle you and make like.
Oh yeah.
But then in middle school, it became like the circle around and then kiss.
Yeah.
Heavy stuff, man. That was some steamy shit.
I was so nervous.
Kissing a girl with a whole crowd watching you.
You would always have to you would have to hype yourself up beforehand.
Let's fucking go. And then I was like, do it. Oh,
I gotta let's kiss before science.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, bro. Dude, those were the days. So much simpler back then. Now it's like,
yeah.
Now it's serious shit. And it's like, we're adults now. It's like, you can't just hug them and then they love you. Now you actually have to like do something with your life and make them happy and stuff. But like we were saying before we recorded this, it's like, dude, love is scary, bro. It's a scary shit.
It is so much more than you think it is, or like, I guess it's such
more than we ever expected.
Yeah,
like we always thought it was like, yeah, it's simple. You know, you just find someone and you guys just are together.
Right.
And it's like, no, well, my parents got divorced, so it's like I clearly see firsthand that love isn't real. But yeah, man. Then middle school, I think I really is where I might drop off. That was my so I peaked in elementary school, and then middle school was like my valley. So like
there's the introduction of like 3 other elementary schools merging into one middle school.
Dude, I know. And then not only that, but like there's other middle schools too that people like went to elementary school together, so they know other people.
Yeah,
But like for me, all my friends went to the same middle school as me, so I didn't have any network.
Yeah.
Like, I only knew kids from my school, and I'm like, oh shit, these people are like cooler than me now because they know other people.
Yeah, and then for me, like I said, or as I said before, I went to a different elementary school before, but that was on the north side. So I didn't even see them from like that other middle school. And by then I was just like, our friendship like was instantly lost. Cause like I never had a way to see them anymore. And so it's just like, oh, I remember
just
you.
Lost.
And
you reunited in middle school with some of them?
When we would play in basketball, when I was in middle school basketball.
Oh, they
so
went
you would
to a
like
different middle school.
Yeah, and then we'd like go to a basketball game when we played against each other, and we'd be like, oh, hey, man.
Isn't it kind of crazy how like most of our friends that we have right now are from elementary school and middle school?
Yeah.
Like you and Ryan are from elementary school. And then Noah, Hunter, and Tay are all from middle school, like 6th grade.
Yeah, honestly, like all
of our friends are just people we've known since elementary school and middle school.
Right.
That's crazy, dude. That is so rare, but damn.
Yeah, no, Ryan. Like I know, like Ryan specifically. When we like go drinking nights, like we always talk about how cool that is. That like like us 3 specifically.
Yeah,
we went to elementary school. That we still talk to each other to this day. Or like
we still hang out like all the time.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That's wild. And I wonder, like, it makes me wonder, like, who else can say that?
Yeah, it makes me wonder how long we got left. How long we got left with these
When
guys.
is our fallout, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to prepare for it.
When I just like I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Or
I just one day I just stop messaging you.
Yeah, episode 3000 of the podcast. Hey guys, I got bad news. Mike has ghosted me. He no longer wants to do this with me anymore.
I see him putting stuff on his story all the time, but yet
I'm still undelivered. He has a Snap Maps on. I just saw he was just seen just now. I don't think episode 3000 Snap Maps will even be a thing anymore. But but yeah, man. Like I don't think. So I think we're pretty solid. The people we have right now. If it's gone this long, I feel like there's no end really like in sight for us. So that's super nice. My fan might be pointing outward. I'm gonna be honest. That might be faced out the window.
It's alright. It's alright.
I'm just looking at it and I'm like, that looks backwards. So I might be taking the air from inside and pushing it out. I'm just over here sweating. That's why it made me think of it. I was like, yeah, it's fucking hot in here. I'm looking at my dog. He's just like, I have to make sure he's breathing.
Barely.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like he'll just like have softer breaths, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then I see like the big one. I'm like, oh, thank God. That's like my biggest fear is that because he's gonna die someday. You know what I mean? Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are like they don't go anywhere. They are going to die at their house. That's fucked. I'm gonna come home one day and he's just gonna be fucked.
I mean, yeah.
Isn't that fucked?
Yeah, that's actually a really scary thought.
This is a depressing episode. Last episode was super horny, and this one's super depressing.
We're talking about how we peaked,
then our dog dying.
How I was a loser kid who would kick rocks.
Kick rocks. Isn't that like an expression?
It's
like fuck it, kick rocks.
I don't know if it's an expression.
I'm gonna look that up.
You see that shit all the time, though. Like that's like the movie sign that you're a loner.
Yeah, see, that's why you did it. That's the real reason.
That was I was the new kid, so that's how I started my soft boy. Like, nobody likes me. Kick some rocks. Little did they know that I'm just like playing spaceship,
kick
playing Star Wars.
Oh, okay. So it's to tell someone rudely to go away. So kick rocks. Get out of here. That's probably what we said. Somebody said that to you, Mikey. You took it literally.
Maybe I will.
I said, you're like, can I play Harry Potter? Like, fuck off. Go kick rocks.
Maybe I will
like,
kick rocks.
Fine. All right. You're the Millennium Falcon. You start kicking the rock. But that's really fun. That sounds fun. Dude, middle school or elementary school, remember when that kid actually, there was 2 kids who put their tongues on poles.
Yeah.
In winter.
Yeah. It's insane. Like, not once, but twice.
There's 2 different kids. Because one I missed. One was at recess, and one was outside after school. And that one I saw. Because I was like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, because the first one... Because I think he tried to, like, rip it. I think he ripped it off.
Yeah, I remember that.
The first kid just ripped it off. And, like, the tip of his tongue was just gone. It's like he left. He had to go to the doctor. But then the second kid, he was just standing there. He was just flailing his arms. And, like, it was so funny because that was like, and it was after school at the entrance of the school. So like people were coming to pick up their kids. The school buses were pulling up. Like all these parents were just watching this kid stuck.
Pure entertainment. The first kid was in the basketball court, right?
Yep. Out at recess time, and he just fucking ripped it off and screamed.
I was there for that.
I wasn't there for that. I didn't see that one. But then the second one, I was right because he was coming to my house after. So we were walking, and he was like, someone's like, bet you won't put your tongue on the pole. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. It's like, dude, no, this kid literally just did it a couple weeks ago. Stop. And then like he did it, and then like the office lady ran inside, got hot water or cold. Is it hot water? Or cold
I think it's
water?
hot water.
Yeah, and then poured it on his tongue, and then got him off, and then got him off, and like pulled his what? And he took him and freed him. And then I was like, dude, you're so stupid. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want to try it.
I was just about to say.
Now that I'm an adult and like I just want to see what it's like because I know I won't fucking freak out. We'll obviously prepare for it.
Right.
We'll get some hot water. I kind of want to see what it's like.
Yeah, I've always thought about it too, but then I'm like, no, why would I do that? Like I know what's gonna happen, but at the same time I'm like, but
I just want to experience it. There's a lot of things like that where I'm like, now that I'm an adult, I'm like I can kind of like prepare it and like not panic. I want to see what it's like. Like there was something, oh my God, because like I got in this really big deep dive one night about sleep paralysis, and I was like, I kind of want to try it. I was like, because I just want to see what it's like, but then I also don't want. I can't get myself to do it because I'm scared of the dark already.
Yeah.
So I know if I see shadow people, fucking forget about it. Like me being in the dark ever again is not going to happen. Or me going to bed at night, never going to happen. Like even like now, not having it ever, sometimes I still get scared at night in the dark. And I'm like,
dude, there's such a surreal feeling where you're like sleeping in, or it's like pitch black. You wake up and it's pitch black. And this always happens when I'm like sweaty too.
Yeah.
So like you feel gross already.
Right.
And then you think you see something or like so you're just staring in the black void, and then your ears start ringing because like it's just like dead silence, and so like your ears are ringing. You're like trying to hyper focus in the pitch black, like terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
I had that a couple of weeks ago actually, where I was like sitting in the dark, and I looked, and like it was pitch black, but like I opened my eyes and I felt like there was like someone watching me. So like I had to quickly scramble for my remote. I turned the lights back on, and I looked around, and like I just slept with the lights on. I was like, it was too weird, man. Because like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's dark, and then I'm like, whatever. But this time it literally felt like someone was staring at me in the dark, and I was like panicking, and I just had to grab the lights and turn it on. But, like,
yeah, for me, like I've had those nights too, and I just like go on YouTube on my phone, and then I would just like plug my phone in and just have like a YouTube video playing, and then like that way, and I would also like leave my screen up on like full brightness, so it's like some sort of light.
I always just keep my TV on. I fall asleep with my TV on every night.
I can't do a TV though. It's weird. I can't fall asleep to too much light, and I like so that's why I usually use my phone, because I feel like a TV is just like too bright.
I feel like the phone would freak me out because like it's only illuminating like a little bit, just enough to like. You know, you like open your eyes and like there's
play
like
tricks.
Yeah, there's like a creepy fucking like ghost lady just like at like a kind of a tilt like this, just above like the phone screen. You know, just enough to light up her face and her body, and she's just staring at you. And like, dude, fuck that noise. It's like sleeping with like a little bit of your like having your door like wide open, as opposed to like cracked open. You know what I mean? Like all the way open is scary, but like a crack open is somehow scarier because it's like the not full. Like a full exposure, but like enough to have something like just enough to see you.
Right. Yeah.
And like, dude, that's fucked.
No, I feel that. So like where I sleep now, I don't have like an actual like closet, or like I have a closet, but it doesn't have like a closet door. Mm-hmm. So I actually have curtains. So I have curtains covering my thing, and I have my fan in the corner next to my thing. No. So of course when the fan's going like the curtains like slowly
moving.
Yeah. And man, it is fucking terrifying because like it's always like when you're about to fall asleep and you just see those curtain moves in like the pitch or like not even the not pitch black, but like just dark enough where you like. And
you just see movement in the dark.
You become like, instantly alert. Like any like sleep that you're gonna have, you're like, well, I'm gonna be out for another 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh my, dude, it's
the worst.
That sounds really scary. Like anything like that, like was moving or some shit. It's like, I don't know, man. That is fucking scary. Because like I said, I'm scared of the dark already, and like, no.
Yeah, it's just that sixth sense because like you just feel like something's moving and then you do open your eyes and something is moving and you're like fuck like you just become hyper alert.
I've had moments like that where it was like just like an unsettling feeling but for like no reason particularly, and then like you just kind of just panic in the dark and it's just like I don't know, but I fall asleep to the same videos every night. So like I go on YouTube and like it's like a 4-hour video that I just put on every night because my TV will go to sleep mode after 4 hours, so like it'll play it and then I'll just fall asleep to it. I don't make it like 10 minutes into the video ever. Like the first like 10 minutes I could like actually it's weird because subconsciously like in my brain I probably have those videos memorized.
No, I'm the same way. Yeah,
like I probably could recite the whole video like if I could reach into my mind like that. It's bizarre because like the first like 5 minutes I can usually just lay in bed and like I can recite every like line.
I do that
while
shit
I'm falling asleep
all the time too.
Like, just laying there like, oh, that's a big V. The big V spinning. It's fucking amazing. And then like because I've a few different ones. There was one that I would always do every night, and then I switched to a different one, and I did that one for a while, and now I'm back to the first one again.
Well, for me, it was like just who I used to watch. It would always change growing up, like middle school times and stuff. Like it would be like Vanoss's groups, and then it would be like Achievement Hunter or like Funhouse or something like that.
Yeah, and I used to do like TV shows. Is what I used to fall asleep to. I used to fall asleep with like Family Guy every night.
Fair.
And now I just go on YouTube and because, well, actually YouTube does it now too, which is annoying, but. It used to be the only app that didn't like say, "Are you still watching?" Like,
right.
We're pausing your video. Like, are you still watching? And so, like, that sucks that they do that now. And plus, there's a lot of ads, too. And sometimes, like, the ads are, like, loud as fuck. So, like, I'll be laying there and I get waken up by some kind of fucking local ad.
Yeah, or, like, YouTube or, like, horror movie, horror movie advertisements. So, like, you're trying to fall asleep and all of a sudden you just hear, like, something for, like, The Conjuring or something like that.
Yeah, that happened with the Nun movie.
Yeah, a lot of people were mad about that. Even I was, I'll admit it.
Bro, that was so fucked up. Or, like, the one that, like, the skip ad one. The skip ad Nun ad.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, fuck that ad. That was so fucked up. Why'd they do that shit?
Dude. It's weird. Like, obviously I hated it, but at the same time, it's kind of smart.
It's very, very effective.
Right.
Like, it's really good. But it's like, you got to be careful what you put that on what videos you put that on.
Exactly. Obviously, you can't.
You don't want to.
They don't
fuck
control.
with someone who's got like a heart issue. That if you scare them, they fucking die.
Right.
And it's like that's like jump scares are sketchy territory because like you want to be considerate of everyone, and like
yeah, it's kind of like a consent thing.
Yeah, yeah. Like you're not signing up for that.
Right.
You're just gonna watch probably like Van Oss.
Yeah.
Little kids watching Van Oss and gets jump scared by a fucking nun. That movie sucked, but like that nun like design is really fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cover of it freaked the fuck out of me.
Dude, there's always like there's always something spooky about like kind of like religious monsters.
I agree. Yep. Or like it's personified like monsters.
Yeah.
Where they look like they're human or whatever, but like there's something off about them.
Yeah.
Man, I think I talked about this at work with some people recently, and we were talking about horror movies and like the effectiveness of like recent horror movies, and like, dude, The Insidious is definitely one of like the most effective horror movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, like the visuals of that, like the jump scares sometimes were cheap, but like effective in a way like, it wasn't just the sound. Like the imagery was also scary.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Darth Maul guy,
yeah.
You know, like right over his shoulder. That one scared the shit out of me. Even the little things that like most people probably don't find scary, it's just like unsettling. Like that part where she was taking out the garbage or something. She was outside and she was walking back up the side of the house, and like there was a little kid dancing.
Yeah,
he was like dancing, like just like in an eerie kind of way.
Well, they like if you rewatch that scene, like there's a part where he's dancing, but then there's just a part where like I think when she's grabbing the laundry, like the laundry from the washer or dryer or whatever, he's just like standing there by a towel rack, like just like not moving at all.
Yeah.
And that's so smart. I love movies that do that, where it's like, obviously jump scares have their merits, but having that unsettling, like creepy stuff in the background that like they don't really pay attention to. It's like if you see, you see.
Yeah. And we were also talking like the difference between like creepy and scary, and like how scary is more of like it gets a reaction out of you like immediately, whereas creepy is more unsettling and it's like more of like an emotional thing.
Yeah,
less than like a physical reaction. And like I prefer creepy.
No, yeah, creepy. There's if you can get a good blend where it's like, I would say like you creep them out first, and then you do
use
like a well
what is
scary.
Unsettling to like. Have you ever seen? Actually, that probably doesn't count as scary, but maybe it kind of does. Like, have you ever seen the movie It Follows?
Yeah.
So that tall guy, that tall man.
With the door.
Yeah,
the doorway
dude, that was fuck that because that was scary and creepy. Mm-hmm. Like at the same time, like the idea of it is creepy, but the actual like doing of it was scary, or like the I had an execution. Like the execution of it was actually scary. The way like you wanted that guy to walk faster, like get out of there. He's right behind you, but he couldn't see him. And dude, that movie's kind of dumb though. I'm gonna be honest, but I liked it a lot.
It's
like the idea, like
it's a cool concept that like something's like constant.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like that it was like
you.
an STD monster. Yeah, that was strange to me.
That was just I don't know how I felt about that.
That was the one aspect of it where I was like, what? It's like an STD. Well, that's weird.
Yeah,
but like. I guess like it makes sense. It's modern, you know. Like
right.
it's a modern way to transfer like a haunt, like a ghost, like a curse, which is, I mean, yeah, it's well done. I thought it was a pretty good movie, and like that tall guy thing fucking scared the shit out of me. And like the point, it scares me if I go on YouTube later and look up that specific scene just so I can like see that one little part again, just to like. I don't know. Like I love that shit where I go back, like not even just scary, but like even like in a good movie, like the ending of Uncut Gems. I would go on YouTube and watch that scene again and again and again, just so I could like really take it in because it was like so impactful. And like there was a lot of movies like scary movies, for example, or like Hereditary. Have you seen Hereditary?
Yeah.
So that shocking part where like when they're driving home from the party, that part, I went on YouTube and I was like, holy shit, like wow, like if you guys if you guys are listening, you haven't seen Uncut Gems or Hereditary, go watch those so you know what I'm talking about. Like, you'll understand.
Honestly, they're really good movies. You won't regret it if you haven't seen them.
Honestly, those are two movies those are the two things that come to my head. And like Midsommar, there was a scene in there where I went on YouTube and I watched it again. That movie was weird because when I finished it, I didn't think I liked it, and then I watched it again, and then I realized that I do like it. It was just not what I was expecting the first time.
Yeah, it makes you just feel awful, I feel like.
I agree. I felt unsettled.
Right.
Same with Hereditary. Both of those movies, I felt really yucky after watching them.
Because like and that was
the same director.
Yeah. A lot of movies in the past, or like a lot of horror movies in the past, like they normally have like two types of endings, like a somewhat good ending where like there's a survivor or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like a bad ending where like everyone dies or something like that. But and so it's like, despite like no matter what ending you get, you kind of just feel like, okay, what, like this is the end of the movie or whatever. But for like Hereditary and Midsommar, like it's just like they do have like those type of endings, but at the same time though, you just feel wrong.
Both those movies follow like the same theme where it's like loss and it's like coping with loss and in different ways. And dude, both of them are just so effective. Which ending type do you prefer? Where there's like a survivor or whatever, or is like everybody just dead? Everybody fucking dies.
I like to consider myself an optimist, so I'd probably say like an ending.
You like when there's like a hopeful ending, with someone who deserves it makes it and overcomes.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's like if I watch a movie and every single person dies, I feel like okay, that was a waste of my time. But then if everybody lives, or like if everybody doesn't, like I feel like there needs to be some sort of like resolution, so someone needs to survive.
Well, see, like going off of that, like I really like the idea of like someone like defying the odds or like overcoming like a really impossible challenge or something like that. And so obviously like there's a killer out there, and like despite it all, like despite the overwhelming sense of dread, they still made it. Like again, like a hopeful ending.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's weird, like with slasher movies, like the ones from like the 80s and 90s and stuff, or like 80s and like 70s or whatever, like the classics. They're like deemed like, this is what kind of started the conversation with us. It was like those ones are like, everybody looks back at like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, like these masterpieces, and then you rewatch them now and you're like, really? Like for me, like Hereditary, Midsommar, and like Insidious all did it way better. They're more modern, I think. It's because we can't really relate to the old ones, anymore. Yeah. So I mean, like, I like when they remake them. Like the Friday the 13th remake I thought it was actually pretty epic. I'm gonna be honest. Even though it was kind of like porn and kind of like the characters are stupid and like, but that was the point. Yeah. And like, what I think would have been really cool, because like how Rob Zombie remade Halloween. Yeah. He should have remade Friday the 13th. Yeah. Rob Zombie would have made a way better Friday the 13th reboot.
Did we talk about this before?
Did we?
I feel like we did.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like we have.
Yeah.
At least this.
Okay. I just wanted to, in case I haven't said that on the podcast, I wanted to bring that up and say like, Rob Zombie would have done a kick-ass.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think we talked about it too in depth, but like,
I don't know. I feel like we did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Scratch that. But no. But yeah. So like when they remake them, or like even the Halloweens, they were fine. Like Rob Zombie's Halloweens were fine. Just so bloody, and like that's all he does is like just make it. Like you've seen his like Firefly trilogy.
Well, that's again going back to like hopeful endings and stuff. Yeah. Like I am not the biggest fan of like just like mean-spirited like horror movies where it's just where it's just the whole point of the movie is just watching people suffer.
Yeah, like House of Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, and then it's just like there's no good ending. It's just like you just watch people suffer for an hour. Yeah, like that doesn't make me feel better.
You feel yucky watching these movies because they're just so gruesome, and like all three of them, and like they're the endings are never hopeful. No, they are never good. Everybody dies except for the people you want to die, and like to an extent, the people who do die, I would say aside from House of a Thousand Corpses, the sequels, they don't deserve to die. They just don't want to live. It feels like because the way that it's written, the way that these people act, it just doesn't feel like they want to live because they don't feel like people. And then the Fireflies are like superpower, like superhumans.
Yeah,
and like where they just can. Man, in the third one, you've seen them all, right? All three of them. In the third one, when we're gonna spoil these because just fuck, you don't need to watch these goddamn movies. Like in the third one, the goddamn cartel is on these three, and they can't take them down. I've seen videos of the cartel do crazy shit on Reddit.
Yeah, I'll be honest, like the second one and the third one, more the third one. Like I just I don't want to say like I tuned out, but I'm like
and also the ending of 2 and how they get shot up in the shoot up and then they survived. Are you fucking kidding me? I was so happy watching them get gunned down. I was like, thank fucking Christ. I hate all three of you. And like, are we supposed to be rooting for them in those movies?
Right. That's why I'm like, that's why I like tuned out because like I didn't like these characters. But yet they kept on like keeping them alive or like bringing them back.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? I don't like this. I haven't been rooting at them since I saw the first one.
Like it feels okay. So like in the first one, it's like a typical like horror movie where like there's the 4 like people like trying to survive from this family or whatever.
Right.
So you would assume like you're supposed to be rooting for them.
Yeah.
And well, they all end up just getting fucking killed in stupid ways. And then the second one, it makes the Firefly people the main characters.
Yeah, it follows the bad guys, and it's weird because it's like. Was the takeoff from the first movie like we were supposed to be
like we were supposed to like these psychopaths,
right?
Although in the first one's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, 100%. House of 1,000 most well made.
House of 1,000 Corpses is the best stylistic wise. Like there was like that one shot. If you remember what I mean, like at the end where she's like in those mines or whatever, and it's like the camera's like right in front of her, and it's like her eye is standing or like there, and like in the back you can just see that guy standing there. It was like such a good, because she was like hiding. I'll show it to you after we're done here. But like it was iconic to me, and I'm like, that is a great shot, and like I can't forget it. But like they just abandoned like, because it's supposed to be the same story. The second, like Devil's Rejects and 3 from Hell are supposed to be a continuation. But like in the first one, there's like zombies. There's like zombies at the end from like Dr. Satan or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's like. Well, where the fuck is that now? Like now everything's just regular. It's just so strange. Like how Rob Zombie's he kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest. Like my dad like loved his music and like so I grew up with his music, which I'm sure your dad did too.
Same way.
Yeah. And so like his music's pretty epic and like it's pretty cool and like sure he made movies and like they're good, not good. He like he's got like a cult following now, but like they're all bad movies. And the thing is like, and he's a bitch. He is such a bitch because he would come to Rock USA like every year, but if it would rain, he wouldn't do it.
Really?
He wouldn't do it, and if it was raining, like little bit of rain, he's gone. Him and Marilyn Manson both. They would always bitch out if it rained at Rock USA. So the people who paid money for a fucking thing to see him never got it. So like because it was raining. And it's like you make movies about these psychopaths literally turning this other guy into a fucking fish.
Hard monsters,
and you're scared of a little. Oh, you're scared of the water. Oh, we're scared of the water. It's like fuck off, you piece of garbage.
You see that a lot though, where it's like one person who like or one celebrity who excels at one thing tries like a different like career thing, and it's just like mediocre at best.
Although Jared Leto, he was a good musician and a good actor.
True. I mean, I'm not saying like every celebrity
but for the most part.
But yeah,
and
you
like,
see a lot.
There was that weird like timeline in like the early 2000s where like every like child actor had a music
every
career.
Disney star
had a music career.
Exactly.
Which I guess technically is still happening because Olivia Rodrigo was a Disney star and she's got a music career now too. But like, it works for her. So she's living my life. And like Jared Leto is obviously another exception, which people would argue that because of Joker and like Suicide Squad, but that wasn't his fault.
No, he's still a really good actor.
He's a great actor, dude. Requiem for a Dream is one of the darkest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. You ever see that shit?
I don't think I have actually.
We gotta watch that, dude. It's literally it's one of the most depressing movies ever made. Like, for real. I've watched it twice. I don't know why I watched it once, and then I was like, wow, it's really, really heavy. Like, it's really heavy.
All right.
And then I watched it with Jake to see his reaction of it. So I was like, am I weird for reacting this type of way? He had no reaction, dude. I was like, really?
Is it like fucked up, or is it just depressing?
Both. It's depressing because it's so fucked up.
Oh, okay.
And like it's about drug addicts and like drug addiction and like how far people will go to like get their drugs and like the side effects it has and like what it does to you and stuff and like the story around it. Dude, it is.
I'm gonna feel uncomfortable.
It's really heavy. Like the acting is amazing, and like it's so heartbreaking. Oh my god! And like how you said, like this, like hopeful endings.
Yeah.
This does not have a hopeful ending.
Oh no!
Like at all. Like the ending is the bleakest shit. It is so. It leaves like Requiem for Your Dream. It has like the main theme is like that one song. It's really iconic now. Like the theme song for that movie is like iconic. I'll show it to you after we're done here. Again, another thing I'll show you after we're done here. But like it's iconic now, and like used in like a lot of dramatic like YouTube videos and stuff like that too, which is funny. But like that movie is opposite of funny. I sat there and like it made me want to cry. Like it made me want to curl up in a ball and like lay there after I finished it the first time. It is that heavy.
Jesus.
It's that director's directing debut too. That was his first movie, I think. And like, or his first like major film. And like he was only like 23, I think, when he made it. It's crazy. Jared Leto has a lot of respect for me. And he was in Fight Club too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's my favorite movie.
He got his face beaten.
Yeah, he got fucked up. And like I remember at work because we were listening, and then 30 Seconds from Mars came on, and we were like, Jared Leto, yeah. We were talking. One of our coworkers was like the actor. We're like, yeah, and she's like, I was kidding. We're like, no, it's literally the same guy, and she's like, no, it's not.
I remember when I first found out.
Isn't it
I was
crazy?
So confused.
Yeah,
like that's awesome.
It's amazing, dude. He's got a great voice. He's a little culty now, though.
Yeah,
he's a little culty. Did you know that like he has his own island or whatever, and he was like a god to like all these like women. So like he was on an island with like a bunch of women and like in a cult way, and like they all like wear robes and shit, and like yeah, he was like a god or whatever. And he came back to America, and he had no idea COVID was a thing. He came back and he was like, "What's going on?" And she comes back to all these protests and all this COVID and
Dude, what is up with celebrities living the weirdest lives?
Well, did you see him? I think it was like one of these award shows like a couple weeks ago. He was just dressed like he was. Dude, he is the coolest guy. I fucking love Jared Leto.
I mean, I can't shit on them, or like I can't shit on him because like obviously like he made it.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
oh yeah.
Like he's
musician and actor,
right?
Like, respected in both fronts.
When you're like that successful, like at that point, you can do whatever you want with your life.
Literally, whatever you want.
I can't. I'm a dude living in Wisconsin. Like,
yeah, it's like, dude, it's weird, but he's really fucking cool. And like I said, watching this movie, you're gonna get a lot of respect for him too.
Yeah.
And like going back to the Suicide Squad thing, that was like not his fault. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that was the writing. That was the writing on that movie, and like. That was how he was written, which I didn't even think he was that terrible. People just didn't like how he looked, and it's like if you make the character look exactly the same every single time.
Yeah, I definitely think what threw people off the most was just like he was like some like gigolo like gang.
Yeah, he was like a gangbanger. Yeah,
yeah,
and that's the thing. It's like, who cares? It's a different interpretation. Just let it happen. There's probably thousands of interpretations of Joker, and it's like it's not like. Just because it's not the Heath Ledger Joker that you love, it's not. It doesn't mean it's not good.
Yeah, and that's just in a way like not fair. Like you had to like obviously the next on-screen interpretation of Joker was Jared Leto after Heath Ledger, and it's just like a tough act to follow.
It's a very tough act to follow. But they both really got into character for those roles.
Right.
Like, you hear the shit Jared Leto did. Like, all the shit he sent to his coworkers.
Did he like, send, like, used condoms?
Used condoms to Harley Quinn. Or to Margot Robbie. And, like, a dead rat, I think, or something to Will Smith.
That's
like, a bunch of fucking shit. So, that freaked them all out. They were
method acting, man. I don't...
Yeah, I mean, for a big role like that, there's probably a lot of pressure, especially following Heath Ledger. You really have a lot of stress. And, like, I kind of feel bad for him because then they made the Joker movie with Joaquin afterwards.
Yeah.
And they didn't even ask Jared Leto. Do you think Jared Leto would have done well in that movie as Joker? Because Joaquin Phoenix did great. And I feel like if Jared Leto did do it, it would be like a younger version of like Arthur Fleck, and like would have been a little. I think it would have been a little better, honestly, than like an older guy. But I also feel like Jared Leto's too handsome.
I think he would have done a good job. Like at least acting wise, I think he would have done a phenomenal job. That being said, like I'm so satisfied with how Joaquin's performance,
dude.
That like. I don't really need to
you don't
dwell
want
on
to think
it
about anybody else doing
exactly.
it. Yeah,
because he just did such a great job.
He really does. He's a great actor.
Dude,
Joaquin Phoenix is a great fucking actor.
I gotta give like the Joker, like the people who have the Joker roles, like they really give it all they got.
They do, and like, oh my god, dude, it's just you ever see that bit when they were promoting Joker with I think it was Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, one of those Jimmys. With Joaquin on like the talk show, and like they were kind of like, you know, like pushing Joaquin a little bit to like as like because that happened in the movie. So like the talk show host was kind of like harassing Joaquin Phoenix real life, but it was like a bit because like in like to like what's the fucking word I'm looking for? I don't know. Like show like a kind of similarity between like the character and like so it's like so it was weird. It was like showing like a clip of him off like behind the scenes, like kind of freaking out like a cameraman. He's like, why are you showing this? He's getting all like embarrassed and stuff, and like one of the Jimmys is like pushing him and like bullying him a little bit about it. I'm like, when I watched it, I was like, dude, don't do that to Joaquin. He's been through so much shit.
Well, yeah, that's the other like. It's a double-edged sword because, like, obviously, like they put on such a really good performance and stuff, but
there's real life pain.
Yeah, no, there's that shit actually like affected them hard. Obviously, it caused Heath Ledger
to die,
to take his own life, and it's just like,
oh, dude, that was the thing. Like, dude, people just go crazy with the Joker role. You know, I don't know. It's kind of scary. It's like it's got the incel like energy, like the people like worship the Joker, the character. And, like, it's weird because I like the Joker movie, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not an incel. I like Joker, it's like there's all these, like, red flag movies. You know what I mean?
The Joker movie or, like, Joker role specifically, like, it causes such a...
Like a cringy fan base almost.
Well, it causes a cringy fan base, but also, like, causes, like, super strict, like the media, like, was super against it, too, and stuff.
Yeah, dude, they had, like, security guards.
Right, and so it's, like... You got both sides of the spectrums, like obviously, like, and it was such a weird position for like normal viewers to just like enjoy the movie because it's like if you admit that you enjoy the movie, you're either admitting that you're an incel or that you're like
a psycho.
You hate society or like you hate the government.
It is true. It's like if you say it, it's almost like just admitting to like being a cuck. It's like I like the Joker, and then what they hear is I like to watch other people fuck my girlfriend.
I'm a loser freak who
like
wants to burn down the city.
I like to kick rocks.
Oh no!
But no, I saw the movie in theaters, and like I have it on Blu-ray, obviously, and I enjoy it. And I when I heard like, because I know there was the thing where they were talking about how Jared Leto never got asked, and he was kind of. You know, he's kind of hurt. I think that's what made him kind of leave and go to that commune that he started, you know? So I think that's what kind of pushed him away was like feeling unwanted by Hollywood when they didn't offer him the role that he already previously played like 2 years ago. And so actually that's probably longer than 2 years ago, yeah? Suicide Squad, like 2018, 17?
I think it was 2017.
Yeah, I think we were still in high school. And so, but I feel like Jared Leto, he could have done it well, but he's just too handsome. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that happens a lot. Or like you see like a lot of movies like what am I thinking of? Like the newest version or like the Carrie reboot. And it was like the actress was
Chloe Grace Moretz. Yeah.
And it's just like she was supposed to be like play as like the ugly weird freak. Religious girl, but like she's cute. She's a really cute actress and it's like you just don't see that or
that was actually a pretty decent remake. The thing is they made is his name Tommy, that guy?
the jock.
Yeah, like the guy who takes Carrie to prom. They made him too nice in this one. He was, and then they killed him. You know what I mean? Like he was like innocent because in the original he was in on the whole prank. He was like one of the like masterminds behind taking her and then dumping the blood on her and all that.
No.
In the original?
In the original, no. It was always like no. In the original, he wasn't like in the original he wasn't as nice. It was just more like a, hey, my girlfriend wants me to do this I'm doing this for her. I'm not doing this because for Carrie. I'm just doing this for my girlfriend to like make her feel better or whatever. Like he wasn't in on the prank, but like he wasn't.
I thought he was, because why else would he have? Because in the new one they broke up and then he took her. I thought, and then because he started to kind of like her.
Well, yeah, that's why I say like in the original though, it was just like I'm doing this for my girlfriend type thing.
Oh, I thought they were like in cahoots with the whole thing, and like he was behind all of it, and he was laughing.
No,
too
it was always just like that one girl who got kicked from prom.
Yeah, that one bitch, that cheerleading bitch who like.
And then I think she's just got to like
threw tampons or some shit at her. What the fuck was that? It was fucked up. Like used tampons. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, because she got her period in the shower or whatever.
Yeah.
But in the new one, she filmed it. It's like it was modern.
Yeah.
And like that was. But then they casted Ansel Elgort or whatever. So obviously they had to make him like a sweetheart and do no wrong. And then.
But yeah, no, I definitely think in the newer version, like they made him like way more
into
her and stuff.
Yeah, like actually like into her, which makes sense because she's good looking.
Yeah.
She's just kind of got a weird mom. So then she's weird. So like
again, religious stuff.
Yeah, no, for real, dude. And then I think the ending was different in the new one too. Yeah. I haven't seen it in so long. I remember I watched them back to back in high school because we watched the first one because it was on Netflix, and then we watched the second one like right after.
I think for the most part, it's still like the same beats of like she burns down the school.
But she like. Didn't she like spare a lot more people in the new one? Like that one teacher, Judy Greer, her character, or Julie Greer.
I thought she died.
She might have. I don't recall, but I thought because she was really nice to her the whole time. So I thought when she leaves the school, Julie Greer like she unlocks the door for Julie and she runs out. And then, like, when she leaves at the end, everybody else is, like, dead.
Yeah.
She's sitting there, like, looking at her, like, terrified. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that happened, but I can't recall. She might have actually died.
It's honestly been a minute since I've seen the movie,
me too. So we're talking about a movie we haven't seen. We're just making predictions of a movie that's already been out for, like, 12 years. But then, like, him dying by getting a bucket dropped on his head, is that realistic? That bucket just fell and
it was a full bucket though. So
it was full.
Yeah, because because
I thought that was from the blood. So it dumped on her, and then the bucket falls, or something, and then hits him in the head.
Oh fuck! I can't remember if like
because I thought it was just like an empty bucket that just hit him and killed him, and I was like, what?
Oh God! This could be like completely wrong, but was there like potentially like two buckets?
There could have been. Did you ever see? Okay, so you know, they're like they're all gonna laugh at you. So you know that remember the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah.
You know Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters?
Yeah.
So he did the bucket challenge, but he did a parody of Carrie. So he was wearing like a dress, and he was like standing on the stage, and he was like playing. They're all gonna laugh at you. And he was like playing that soundbite, and then like they dumped the bucket on slow motion on him. Dude, it was my favorite thing. I love Dave Grohl so much. Like I literally want that man to adopt me. Like he's one of my favorite like celebrities of all time.
Yeah, you hear that? There's a fresh young boy who I don't know why I said it like that. There's a 22-year-old boy who's looking.
Well, we're talking about Hollywood pedophiles in the first episode, but Dave Grohl can't be one, dude. No. He can't. I love that man too much. He's one of the people that can do no wrong. We left out musicians the first episode, but he can do no wrong. Him, and then even include athletes. Tony Hawk, no, he's good. He's good. I swear, he's good. Also, another weird thing before we close out here. I'm rewatching the Jackass movies, and just because they're on Paramount now, and like the fourth one's coming out. Dude, it is so depressing seeing Bam. So like, because he was so hot, dude. Like in the Jackass, like the early ones, he looked so good.
Yeah,
like he was he was the guy I wanted to be like when I was little. Like he was so fucking cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like watching, or like I'm just picturing like the old ones.
Yeah.
And I just like he was like for me like one of like the ideal images of like
Yeah.
what a skater dude would look.
He was so like I loved the skate, like being like a little skater kid.
Yeah.
And like he was who I looked up to because like Tony Hawk was like cool, but like he was like a dad, and like he was like really like he was kind of like mature.
Right.
But like Bam was just like off the walls, young, handsome, cool. Like does all these funny things with Johnny Knoxville and Jackass and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I see him now, and dude, it breaks my heart.
It's wild seeing like old and like current photos
Yeah.
of like the Jackass crews specifically.
Dude, they've all aged so well except for Bam.
Yeah.
Like Steve-O looks great.
Yeah.
Steve-O looks amazing.
He's like the most like well looking one.
He's also younger though. So but Johnny Knoxville still looks beautiful.
True.
Dude, his white hair, he looks awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, he looks so fucking cool. So like I'm also worried like about Jackass 4 because they're kind of old now. You know what I mean? Like they're not too old, but like it's to a point where it's like, what are you capable of doing?
Yeah, I definitely think like it's gonna be dialed down a lot.
And during like COVID, they were filming a bunch of stuff too. So like, I wonder if they're gonna be more because when I thought about it, when I thought about the original Jackass movies, I couldn't recall if they were like actually like being scumbags or if they were kind of like paying these places to like do it and just not tell their employees. But no, they were straight up just fucking things up.
Really?
So like, yeah, like they would just like this one guy, his whole thing was just shitting, I guess. So like he went into like that toilet store and took a shit in the toilet, and like in like this little fake toilet that was out on display, and like the owner was like, "Get out! Like, what are you doing?" And it's crazy that they're the reason you're not allowed to film in stores anymore. Like that's why you
didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why you can't film in stores anymore because they're like, we don't know what you're gonna do, like what you're gonna do for a video. So like when you that's why the people will kick you out. They're like, get out! You're filming, get out, because they don't want anything going on. They don't want to fucking their shit up because that's what Jackass did. It's like, isn't it crazy how like they started that whole thing and like they started all these copycat like kids and stuff doing stupid shit. Isn't that weird?
Did
that just blow your mind?
That is. I legitimately am like mind. I did not know that was the reason why.
That's why, dude. Because because they would just go in there and like Party Boy would just strip down into his Speedo and start dancing on people in like stores and stuff. They'd go to a rental car place, take it into a demolition derby, and then bring it back. And they were like when you're watching Practical Jokers, the people are there's people in on it, you know.
Right.
It's just like in like a person, and then they tell them afterwards.
Right.
But with Jackass, they don't tell them. They just ruin people's days.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like that's something like legally, or like isn't like legally now.
And that's another thing where I'm wondering, like with like the like how the world is now with like being more like accepting to other people and like being kinder and like you know, I wonder how. And how these guys have also like matured as well. Like Steve-O's got a bunch of his tattoos lasered off, and like he, you know, he's vegan now. He's clean, like entirely clean, no alcohol, nothing. All of them are. They're all clean. So like I think I can imagine a lot of their pranks, like in the first couple movies, they were just fucked up. Like they were just absolutely destroyed. Didn't even know what they were doing. And so like now that they're sober, I wonder how different it's gonna be, and like how politically correct it is. And like now that people know who they are.
Oh yeah,
and,
that's
like,
another
they're famous.
factor too.
So like with Borat, what they had to do for the second one, they had to give him disguises because he was too recognizable at that point as Borat, like walking around dressed up as Borat. People would. Like in the beginning, he would walk around the streets, and people would walk up, my wife, and they would like talk to him, and he'd be like, well, you can't fuck with these people because I know who I am,
right?
And so like that's the thing with Jackass now. It's like you see Johnny Knoxville and like Steve-O walk into a place, you're gonna be like, oh, okay,
right,
I'm in. Where's the camera?
Yeah,
so what are they gonna do to me?
Down.
Yeah, so it's like it's hard. It's like they're gonna have to do more because they did do a lot of pranks, like on just their own, and like when they didn't have to fuck with like the public. So it might be a lot of that kind of thing. Where like the bungee jump wedgie, or like
oh god, I'm thinking about like the exercise bike, like ass juice.
Dude, I was thinking the paper cut.
Oh,
that's the one thing I can't stomach. I have to skip it every time. It's in the first one, and it's really bad. And like, cause when I was watching it, I knew it was in the first one, and I'm like, oh god. It's like
I can't get the image out of my head.
Yeah, yeah. It's bad, and like I was like, dude, so they'll probably do stuff like to themselves. And like there was one point where they're putting like electric paddles on their chest and like just like electrocuting each other and doing stuff like that. So they might do more jokes like like hurt pranks to themselves, instead of bringing in the publics that don't like catch any cancel stuff, and just like rightfully so. And like there was about a year ago, there was like a picture of Steve-O taped to a billboard. And like there was another one where he's like fuck SeaWorld. So like he taped himself to like a SeaWorld build, or like he like spray painted like fuck in front of SeaWorld or something like that. I can't really exactly recall what he did, but I know there was a whole fuck SeaWorld thing with Steve-O. And then sorry, I got a message from my other job and I was like, what? But oh yeah, he was like taped to a billboard, and obviously it blew up on Twitter. So it's like, well, if you're gonna do things like that, it's gonna be leaked already. So that's a downside of being so famous now. It's like we're all anticipating it, and like, dude, it's gonna be so weird too without Bam and Ryan, and like that's because I think that's what really set Bam off the deep end was Ryan dying, because like they were like they went way back to like elementary school, and like it's heavy shit, man. That's like if you died after this podcast. That's Bam's gonna become me. We literally predicted that earlier about the milk chugging thing. That's literally it's gonna be reversed though. But I'm getting a little thirsty for some whiskey now that we're talking about it, Mike. So I'm
getting thirsty for some chocolate milk.
Yeah, let's just go get some nice little beverages, Mike.
All right, that sounds good to me.
All right, perfect.